Hey YouTube, video update to Clear Seal Prestige, how it's coming on. As you can see, the sides are off at the moment because it's been levelled up again, basically because where I've put the new floorboard in at the back, there's a few mil difference, and as this carpet's settling now because it's new carpet, it's pushing down on that even more and throwing it out. So it's been filled and drained, levelled again, and now when it's comes to be done for the third time of levelling, it will obviously be filled again with tap water, levelled, emptied out, just because with this tank it's on wooden floorboards anyway. I want to try and eliminate as much movement as I can, although in the long run with the max spec driving and the amount of water movement in the top, it probably won't be worth worrying about anyway, but it's just better to take these precautions while I can. But basically it's got the E-Hine 3000 pump in now, which some people say, oh, it's not enough, you need between 8 and 10 times flow, which would be 4,000 litres per hour for the 10 times number, because it's a 450 litre tank in the main display. But what my theory is on this is basically because I want to run the biopellet reactor, and I also want to run the phosphate media on a slower flow. The water that's inside the sump will have more hang time, so the skimmer will take long. The skimmer will filter the water maybe twice even before it goes back up into the main display. So instead of just passing through very quickly, it's got a longer lag time in the sump, which hopefully is what I should be aiming for, so my filtration will work better, because with this system I'm not, if I was going macroalgae, then yeah, for Cheeto and that you want the flow so that the Cheeto can export the nutrients, but as I'm not having the third chambers of refugium, then really I can let my equipment work better with the more volume of water for it to process. So I've took the E-Hine 3000 pump and I've teed into it there. So theoretically, if I'm dragging up to 1,000 litres a minute, an hour off that to my reactor, because it's quite a large reactor, it might not even be that much, but whatever I'm left over with in the end is going to be going into the top tank. With this, I've done my drains slightly different to what some people would, and arguably some people say, oh no, you need rigid piping and whatever, but I've had rigid piping on previous systems, and what annoys me with it is once it's in, whereas this, if I change my skimmer and I want the filter sock outlet somewhere different, it allows me to move it to wherever I want. I've got the option there. Also, if that ball valve fails up there, it's a right game to chop it out, put a socket in, and repair the ball valve. I could damage seals, or I could move things, whereas with this method it's pretty fail safe. If the hose goes, I just slice the hose and put another one on it. If that fitting goes with no valve on there, I can just take this fitting out, completely remove it, put a brand new fitting in, and put a new piece of piping with a hose. There's no real issues that are going to occur with the plumbing with it like this. Obviously I'm going to put, well, this has been on a coil, it's only been brought today, so hopefully it will straighten out and sit in there anyway with a drain. But with this like this, it can be moved, it can be repaired, it can be changed. I can extend or lengthen the pipe to where I want to run the system. If for instance the skimmer then went into the second chamber and I wanted to run macroalgae or something like that in the first chamber, I've always got the option to add on to pipe work. I could incorporate it into an algae scrubber if I wanted. So for me, with this system, I am going to use flexible piping. I had all the piping ready to go, rigid. As you can see, there's plenty of fittings and that in there, and then I was sitting there pondering about whether to do it like that, and I've decided not to. The other reason why is because now it's on flexible, I can drain the sump out if I needed to, if I wanted to give it a good clean, or if I had baffles or take them out, and also I can move the sump left or right, And to get these panels off, being as though it's on a steel frame, if I do want to decorate, I haven't got to rip the whole tank down to get the panels off. If I want to change the look of the panels, I can just unscrew them then, because I can move the sump to get to them. So with that, I definitely think that was a way to go with it. There's nothing really else changed now with this tank. I should be ordering the 48x24 watt pendant for the tank. It needs a bloody good clean as well. As you can see, there's all junk and slime in the tank at the moment, where it was filled with tap water and what was left in from the factory. But yeah, I think I've showed you the sump layout before. You've got 15 litre top up section and the first chamber for the RO. Second chamber is 10 by 15, so that will incorporate most skimmers. The third chamber is 6 by 15, I think it is, so whatever return pump I want in there, I can have it in, access it. I can even get a phosphate reactor in there if I wanted. So everything has been quite thought out when I designed this sump. This part here, because I was originally going to put an algae scrubber in, this is low here, so it's got low flow, shallow, I think that's 9 inch. Is it 9? 9 inch, yeah, these first chambers are, so there's not going to be a great deal in this. So if whatever I want to run here will be sitting there. This water in here won't pass through so much. So if I did want to run a deep sand bed, I've got the option there. Or if I wanted to run an algae scrubber, I've got the height to allow me to put the algae scrubber shallower in the glass, so we don't get spray up the wall and that, and it would drain through straight into there. But yeah, thanks to everyone for subscribing anyway. I hope you're enjoying the build. I'm quite enjoying taking things slowly with it, to be honest, and planning, as I've rushed other tanks and it's never really been as enjoyable later on. I hope you enjoy my videos anyway. Thanks again. Cheers. Bye.